shifting our focus to Cipla, because Cipla's Q3 earnings is out, and a weak set of numbers is being seen when it comes to Cipla. The net profit is at 676 crore versus estimates of 1000 crore, though there was a one-time impact also of around 276 crore on the new labor codes, but EBITDA is down 37% at 1255 crore versus 1989 crore. Margins are at 17.7% versus 28%, and net profit is down 57%, and revenue is flat at 7,000 odd crores. Now the problem over here is it missed estimates by a strong margin. Now, one of the reasons we are still waiting for the press release for the company, but one of the reasons would be a low US growth, because US growth is still under pressure. This is equal, this is true for every pharmaceutical company, because the base US sales was actually expected at around $215 million, and the US growth was expected to be impacted by Revlimid patent cliff, and the weakness was partly offset by, or this was expected to offset by, lenalidomide and albuterol growth, and there seemed to be pricing erosion also in US market, which might have impacted the overall revenue for the company. If you see, the Cipla had regained traction in one of their products, that is lanreotide, which had a market share of around 24%, but they face incremental competition risk from Amneal's entry, and sustainability of market share will be closely watched when it comes to this product. India business was expected to grow at 7 to 8% year on year, but overall, if you see, the numbers were expected to be weak, Somit, but the miss is by quite a large margin if you see.
Yeah, and it completely seems like the miss has come in from the top line, around 500 crore miss on the top line, which has trickled down towards the bottom line. Obviously, there's a one-time expense, I believe, because of the labor code, but the EBITDA margin miss is really 600 basis points. I guess analysts were expecting the EBITDA margin to be close to 23%, but it has come in at 17.7%, so that's a big miss coming in. Let's get in some view from Prashant Tapse, the Senior Vice President, Research Analyst, Mehta Equities. Prashant, did you get the time to go through the Cipla numbers? A big 500 crore miss at least that we see on the top line front. 7,074 crore is a number that has come in. Analysts were expecting this number to be close to 7,500 crore rupees.
Yes, you rightly pointed out. I think the major downside has come from the export businesses because of the US and India trade deal. There is some kind of pressure with respect to the export opportunities, and even when we say export has high margin business, so that is also contributing lower pressure on the EBITDA level. So overall, the numbers on the top line, bottom line, as well on the bottom line. So I think if you consider, there is a good miss which has been seen on the back of street estimations. That is the reason why the stock has been down, and the stock has been continuously down from the last 1 week, expecting such kind of bad numbers in the market. But this picture remains same with everyone. If you see Dr. Reddy's, if you see other companies, pharma companies which are exposing more to the US. So similar kind of top line miss, similar kind of marginal hit has been seen in the industry. So I think the total everything has been discounted right now. I think the coming quarter would be a major wait and watch for us. If the deal goes well, I think the margins will recover back to its 24-25 levels.
Hi Varsha, this side, pleasure to have you. Though I agree for the US thing, because this is the US pressure is would be seen in every pharma company, considering the Revlimid phase out that all the companies will be seen. But domestic growth, I think, was also low when it comes to Cipla. But overall, on a pharma pack, if I were to talk about, apart from Cipla, which are the other companies that you are bullish on, considering the Q3 expectations that investors have built in?
I think granules would be one such stock which I am very much bullish on, considering more growth from the domestic space. I think that stock looks very good, and that is in our in-house research counter. So that stock we are very much positive and expecting a better Q3 as well as the full year numbers for FY26. So second half is going to be better EBITDA improvement expectations in granules, and as well as on the full year aspect.